unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Jude 23-6. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely, and this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. Jude 31 hours 32 minutes. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. Jude 31 hours 33 minutes. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be mine. People. Jude 32 hours 39 minutes. And I will give them one heart, and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them, and of their children after them. Jude 32 hours 40 minutes. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them, to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Jude 32 hours 41 minutes. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. Mic. 7:18. Who is a God like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. Mic. 7:19. He will turn again, he will have compassion upon us, he will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Mic. 7:20. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. Acts 10:43. To him give all the prophets witness, that through his name whosoever believeth in him shall receive remission of sins. Rom. 1-2. Which he had promised afore by his prophets in the holy scriptures. 1:1 God, who at sundry times and in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Acts 3:22. For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. Acts 3:23. And it shall come to pass, that every soul, which will not hear the prophet, shall be destroyed from among the people. Acts 3:24. Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Acts 10:43. To him give all the prophets witness, that through his name whosoever believeth in him shall receive remission of sins. John 5:46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. D. 10:1. For the law having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. 10:7. Then said I, Lo, I come, in the volume of the book it is written of me, to do thy will, O God. 2-7. Rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. John 5:46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. Rom. 10-4. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to every one that believeth. Gal. 4-4. But when the fullness of the time was come, God sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law. Gal. 4-5. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. Gal. 3:24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. 2:17. Which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ.
So in a lot of those passages we also see the post-millennialist prophecies that will come unto all nations, from the east, from the west, from the south, from the north, etc. Why was it necessary that the mediator should be God? It was necessary that the mediator should be God, that he might sustain and keep the human nature from sinking under the infinite wrath of God and the power of death, giving worth and effectiveness to his suffering, obedience, and intercession, and to satisfy God's justice, procure his favor, purchase a particular people, to give his spirit to them, and conquer all their enemies and bring them to the everlasting salvation. Why was it necessary that the mediator should be man? It was necessary that the mediator should be man, that he might advance our nature, perform obedience to the law, suffer and make intercession for us in our nature, have fellow feelings of our infirmity, that we might receive the adoption of Son and have comfort and access with boldness unto the throne of grace. Why was it necessary that the mediator should be God and man in one person? It was necessary that the mediator who was to reconcile God and man should himself be both God and man, and this in one person, that the proper works of each nature might be accepted of God for us, and on by us as the work of the whole person. Why was our mediator called Jesus? Our mediator was called Jesus because he saved his people from their sins. Why was our mediator called Christ? Our mediator was called Christ because he was anointed with the Holy Ghost above measure and set apart and fully furnished with all authority and ability to execute the office of prophet, priest, and king of his church in the estate, both of his humiliation and exaltation. Why was Jesus Christ